Hey guys, welcome back to the third and final episode of this three-part series. So after you clear the first round, which is the document screening, you get to the interview section. You'll be heading to the embassy for the interview. The first thing you need to know is always dress well. During my time when I went for the interview, there were people from polytechnics and there were people from junior colleges. For people who came from junior colleges, they wore their uniforms, whereas people who came from polytechnics, the ones that I actually met, came in like regular t-shirt and jeans. As for me, I went in a full suit because through my own research and what I've heard from friends or things that I've read online about Korea is that they always dress to the nines when they go for certain interviews, be it university interviews or job interviews or scholarship interviews or even internship interviews. They dress to the nines, they wear a full suit. Even for ladies, they wear a blouse, nice blazer. They look clean, they look neat. They do not wear regular clothes or uniforms. Like, maybe uniforms are fine, but in a sense, dress your best when going for the interview, especially since the people who will be doing the interviews are Korean. They would, having grown up in Korea, they would have certain cultural beliefs and certain things that they would want happen. It never hurts to overdress, but it does hurt to underdress in certain occasions. So this is something that you would need to take note. And going for the interview, there will be certain questions that you can actually prepare for beforehand. Common questions that would always come up would be like, why did you apply for this program? Why should we pick you? And what makes you stand out more than the other applicants who have applied for this? And then what are some things that you can do in Korea that you can't do in Singapore? Or like what can you learn from in Korea that you could bring back to Singapore and things like that. So these are certain questions where you can actually prepare beforehand, think about some answers that you can give, and on the day when you go for your interview, you will be able to sort of show yourself and to be a little bit more confident and not nervous during your interview. So when you're there for the interview, always make sure to be polite, be sincere, greet them, shake their hands, and when you're done, thank them for the interview. These are certain things that you would probably already know as a person, to be courteous, to be polite to strangers, and especially people who would have the power to decide whether you get it or not, right? These are certain things that you could actually control and ensure that you put yourself in a better light. This is just something that I've heard from people over the years, is that usually when you pass the second round, you can take it that you've passed the third round as well, because during the second round is when the people who are interviewing you get to see you, and during the third round is where the results get sent to Korea. And most of the time, if your results get sent over to Korea and they have already recommended you, more often than not you would get it, unless maybe a certain background check deems that you're not suitable, or after reviewing your documents they just feel that you're just not a good candidate. These are like really small chances of happening, and most of the time, as long as you pass the second round and you did a good interview, you would probably get it in the third round. Once you've passed the third round, it's just a matter of waiting about a month or so before you actually get on the plane all the way to Korea. Once you've passed the third round, the universities that you have also applied for during the part 1 of your application, where you put in the first, second and third choice, they would actually reply to you whether you would have gotten in. And when you reply to the embassy about your decision to take it, you put in your decision for your university as well. From there on, everything will get settled, and then when you arrive in Korea, your first year will be in the language center. You would actually receive a sort of like a certificate saying that you've already gotten the Korean government scholarship program, and using this certificate, you would actually have to go down to the embassy and have your visa done. So you would need to have a passport with a very long validity of travel, and on top of that, bring the certificate, bring all the documents that they would tell you to bring, and go and apply for your visa. The last part would be preparing to come into Korea. You've already gone through most of the big issues, preparing your documents, applying for the program, getting through the interview. When you've actually reached the end and you've gotten it, congratulations. For me, coming to Korea was a really big step. I remember being really sad when I left my family, when I left the airport and when I got on the plane. But the moment I touched down in Korea, I felt that a new adventure in Korea was about to unfold, and I was really excited. and I'll go into more detail in further videos about my language school years and my university years in Yonsei. I hope that this video has helped you in terms of that. If you guys have any other questions in regards to the Korean government scholarship program, be it the document screening, the interviews, or anything that you're thinking about, just leave it all in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you stay tuned to any future videos that I may have, and I hope that this has helped you.